Welcome everybody to another episode here in the USC Rebuild Dynasty. We're up to number 5 in the rankings. We are number 4 though, I believe, in the college football poll. But we're going to be on the road facing the Oregon State Beavers. For some reason, every time SC is having a great year in real life, they always seem to get upset in Corvallis. Something about Oregon State and the Beavers tend to have SC's number in big games. But Oregon State is 5-3 as we see. Lee Corso is picking us. Looks like they have 7 total visitors coming in, so we want to ruin their big day here. Here's some of their leaders. Wow, look at their quarterback, guys. 19 touchdown passes to only 1 interception. So he's going to be accurate and slinging the ball around. Maybe he's just kind of be a game manager. I mean, only 1,308 yards, but very accurate, so that's going to be tough trying to get some turnovers here. The running back is approaching 1,000 yards, and then Lindsey 508 yards, 9 touchdowns though. So 38 catches and 9 of them are going for touchdowns. So we've got to watch out for him there on the outside. Let's look at their schedule. They beat FCS. They blew out Hawaii. They lost close to number 8 Utah. They lost by 3, I should say, on the road. So they played them tough. San Diego State beat them by 3. They beat up on Colorado, beat up Washington State, beat up on Cal, and they got blown out by Stanford. So they've lost close games, minus Stanford, and they've blown out teams in their wins. So they're going to be a little tougher team here than our 5-3 record indicates. Here we are, you see number 5 in the coaches, but we're number 4 in the AP and number 4 in the college football playoffs. So we should focus on that number. Not sure why it has us at number 5 here on the screen, but overall we're 2 points higher, 93 to their 91. Offense is the same, 93-91, and then defense 92. So Oregon State's gonna have a team here. We'll see what we can. Here we're giving their throwbacks. So.
All right, here we go. We're going to start our first possession out here of the game. We won the coin toss. We only gained we got about to the 35-yard line here. But Caleb's going to hand off to Travis Dye, and Dye's going to run up the middle, and he's going to gain 6 yards. There's going to see a little bit of choppiness sometimes in this video. It wasn't the gameplay, it was something with the encoding. It picks up later on. I'm not sure quite what happened, but still trying to figure out the latest update here in RPCS3. But we see Dye run up the middle, picks up the first down. It is now first down, 10 to go. Caleb is going to fake the handoff. It's going to be a read option. He's going to keep it. Nice block by Gary Bryant. Caleb's going to stumble, and he's going to go, and he's going to pick up a few more yards there after tumbling. Next play, 1st and 10. Caleb up the middle, up to Mario Williams, who is going to gain 14, puts us in enemy territory, almost into the red zone. Actually, we are in the red zone as Caleb's going to drop back. He is going to attempt to force it to Jordan Addison, who's triple covered. Had a few guys wide open underneath, but he tried to go for the home run. 2nd and 10, going to have Travis Dye. He's going to get hit hard in the backfield. Going to be generous to say he gained 0, but Jack Coletto brought the wood. Williams now going to throw to Addison. He's going to pick up the first down, 12-yard catch. It's going to be 1st and goal here on our first possession. Caleb going to hand off to Dye. No, he's going to fake it, and he has Gary Bryant wide open in the corner post route. That is a USC touchdown. We go up 7-0 after the extra point. Here we see Gary Bryant, perfect route right by the DB into the corner end zone. Oregon State, their first possession now. 1st and 10. Going to hand off to Deshaun Fenwick, who's going to get outside. He's going to break a tackle. He's going to shake 2. He's going to break 3. And the 4th guy brings him down after a 12-yard carry. 1st and 10. Nolan hand off to Fenwick again. Hey, why not? Fenwick's going to go up the middle, breaks another tackle, so 2nd and 2 after an 8-yard gain. Fenwick's going to be a tough guy to bring down. Not too often the first man is going to be able to do it, as we can see already just through the first 2 touches. There is his 3rd touch, and again he gains 9 yards. So Fenwick slicing through our defense right now. 1st and 10, Oregon State, first possession. Tight end goes in motion. Nolan's going to back up. He's going to just throw it away. No one open. Good coverage there by the SC secondary. 2nd and 10. Nolan is going to drop back, and again, I don't know if that was a straight throwaway or he just lost the release point, but 3rd and 10 now on their first possession. Nolan is going to drop back. He's going to throw, and he's going to get picked off by Caleb Bullock. Chance Nolan only had 1 interception coming into this game, and now he has 2. Kalen Bullock with the interception, perfectly read, jumped the route, and Nolan has a terrible first possession, 0 for 3 with 1 pick. There's our second possession. Now have to Travis Dye, and Dye going to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Caleb is going to drop back. He's going to throw to Jordan Addison, who brings it in for a 16-yard reception. Addison, the second catch already in as many drives as Caleb drops back. He's going to get intercepted himself. The safety reads the route, jumps it, and one man to beat, but Caleb forces him out of bounds. And Caleb is about his 3rd now game or so, I believe, with an interception. So he's kind of struggling a little bit lately, but luckily our offense is still good enough. Our defense has been shutting teams down as Deshaun Fenwick gains 7 yards on the first touch of this series. 2nd and 3. Fenwick is not going to get it. It's going to be 3rd and inches after he gains 2 yards. Good job by the defense to attack the line of scrimmage there. And why not hand off to him again? And he's going to get up the middle, and he's going to drag carriers again for a 9-yard gain. 1st and 10. Oregon State about midfield. Nolan drops back. He's going to run. He's going to scramble, and he's going to pick up the first down after Bryson Shaw couldn't take him down. Chance Nolan with a 10-yard gain. 1st and 10, Oregon State driving now. Nolan going to hand off to Fenwick, who's been their workhorse. Fenwick stumbles. He's actually going to go backwards on that. He's going to lose a yard due to his stumbling. If he just would have went down, he probably would have picked up 2 or so, but try to make the play bigger. Instead, loses yardage. As we see Nolan drop back and throw it to Musgrave, who picks up 26 yards into the red zone. You see Spencer in motion. Nolan going to drop back. He's going to throw it to Tommy Spencer, and he's going to get tackled and hit about around the 5-yard line. He gets 5 yards reception on that. Now we see a penalty flag here. It's going to be a false start on Oregon State. Push them back. It's going to be 2nd and 10, so that catch by Spencer was just negated there by the offensive lineman, and we see Nolan going to keep it. He kind of stutters. He's going to try to get in himself. Ooh, a big stop by Kalen Bullock coming out of nowhere, 3rd and inches. He's going to throw to Spencer, and Blackman's going to break it up. 4th down, are we holding to a field goal? No, they're going to go for it. They're going to hand off to their star running back, Fenwick, and he's going to get into the end zone. The extra point is going to tie us up at 7. Just under a minute and a half to play now in the first quarter. Caleb can't have Travis Dye. Dye's got some room, tries to shake the tackler, gets 8 yards. 2nd and a short 2. Give it up to Dye again, and Dye rolls on top of the defender's body to get across the first down marker. 2-yard pickup, just enough for the first down. 1st and 10. Caleb drops back, throws, and another interception. Arnold this time picks it off. Caleb had the receiver, he just underthrew him. Akil Arnold gives it back to Oregon State, and Fenwick is going to get the ball again. He's going to try to keep his legs churning, but he'll gain only 1 on that attempted rush there. 48 yards already in the first quarter for Fenwick, and Fenwick's going to get it again. He's going to break 1, he's going to break 2, and the 3rd guy, Blackman, is going to bring him down. 3rd and 3. I don't know if they'll get another playoff before the quarter ends, and they will not. So the first quarter is over. We are tied at 7 apiece. Oregon State with the ball, driving down the field on us right now. Defense needs a stop. Like we said, Corvallis seems to be a nightmare destination for the Trojans. 3rd and 3, going to hand off to Fenwick. Fenwick's going to get the first down and more. Fenwick's going to keep running up the middle, and a big yardage puts him into the red zone. Nolan now is going to drop back. The pressure, he's just going to throw it away. 2nd and 10. Nolan, and again, just going to throw it away. Looks like he could have had Fenwick out of the backfield on the swing route, but 3rd and 10 now. Chance Nolan drops back, runs, going to throw it to the right, and it's picked off by Mekhi Blackman. Blackman's going to return it to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, out of bounds at around the 28-yard line. So Chance Nolan, who had 1 pick coming into the game through 8 games, has just thrown his 2nd interception of the game. Mekhi Blackman jumps the route. Latrell McCutcheon was there. Tried to force it to Tywan Lindsey, their best receiver, the leading receiver, but instead USC gets the ball. So the Caleb Blues interception does not hurt him, as we see handoff to Travis Dye, who gains 3 yards on the first carry of this possession. 2nd and 7, Dye goes in motion. Caleb's going to roll to his right. He's going to throw it. He has Jordan Addison breaking across the middle. Addison is going to go just shy of the 30-yard line to about the 32. A 35-yard catch for Jordan Addison. And Caleb to Jordan is what we want to see. Jordan hasn't had the best season so far his first year at SC, but picks up a big 35-yard catch right there. Next play, handoff to Travis Dye. Dye's going to go up the middle to the right. 7-yard rush. Makes it a short 2nd down, 2nd and 3. Caleb's going to hand off to Austin Jones. Jones going to pick up the 1st down. Jones is going to stutter step. He's going to gain 12. 1st and 10. Into the red zone. Caleb drops back. Throws it just short of Jordan Addison. Going to be 2nd and 10. Caleb now drops back. Going to throw it. Get Addison cutting across the middle. He's only going to gain 3. 3rd down and 7. See William drop back and throws it kind of in the middle of nowhere. So we have Alex Stathouse coming on for the field goal. It's good. It's going to be 10-7 SC. Now Fenwick gets the ball and gets crushed by Eric Gentry. Then we get a handoff to Tywan Lindsey on the go around. Gentry with another tackle. So 2 plays, 2 tackles for Gentry. 3rd down, 13. Nolan in the shotgun, going to drop back out to Fenwick again. And Fenwick is going to be short. 6 yards, 4th down and 7. And they go 3 and out. We get the ball here. Just under 4.5 to play in the half. Punt to Addison. Going to get to the 40. Going to try to spin by the tackler, but goes nowhere. 4:19 to play. Going to hand off to Dye. Dye's going to get stuffed in the backfield for a loss of 2 yards. 2nd and 12. Caleb drops back. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to throw it to Mario Williams, who gains 10 yards. 3rd and 2. Going to hand off to Travis Dye. Dye's going to pick up the 1st down. Tries to get past the tackler, but gets taken down. Does gain 8. 1st and 10. 3.5. A little under 3.5 play. Caleb's going to roll to his right. He's going to hit Jordan Addison. He will gain 6 yards. Addison is being very active this game. 2nd and 4. Williams across the middle. Gary Bryant Jr. has a touchdown earlier. The 2nd catch of the game. Gets 15 yards on that catch. 1st and 10. Going to hand off to Travis Dye. Dye is going to get 4 on that carry. 2nd and 6. Caleb calling an audible. He sees something. He sees Addison streaking, and he sees Addison getting into the end zone for an 18-yard touchdown. Jordan Addison puts SC up 16-7 now. The extra point will make it 17, but we see Addison just blow right by the corner. Tried to press him. Did not have a good result for Oregon State, and Jordan Addison gets into the end zone for SC. 2 minutes, 16 seconds left to play in the half. And off to Fenwick, and Corey Foreman takes him down for a 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12. Nolan throws it. He has Gold open, and he gains 28 yards on that pass. 1st and 10. Just about midfield. Nolan throws it. Gold, drops it, and Prophet Brown had a chance to pick it up off the deflection, but does not. Gives Oregon State new life. Will they capitalize on it now? 2nd and 10. Nolan's going to drop back, and he's going down. Shane Lee with the sack. Loses 7 yards. 3rd and 17. Got to get off the field here, defense. Have 3 timeouts. Nolan, he's going to have Fenwick, and Fenwick is going to pick up 19. That hurts. Under a minute to play. Time still ticking. Both teams have 3 timeouts. Nolan is going to drop back. He's going to scramble to the right, and he's going to go down. No yards on that. Oregon State uses their first timeout with 48 seconds left to play. Nolan now drops back. He's got the receiver. He's got Harrison. He's got himself a touchdown. Trayshawn Harrison, 36-yard touchdown reception. So Prophet Brown not able to pick up the interception off that deflection. Did turn costly for us. 35 seconds to play. We see Jordan Addison gain a first down. We use our first timeout. 34 seconds to go. Caleb Williams drops back, rolls to his right. Nothing to go. Going to try to throw it away. He does get sacked, but he does get out of bounds. Does lose 2. Second and 13. 30 to play. He's going to hit Kyle Ford. Kyle Ford's going to pick up the first down. 15-yard gain. We're going to use our second timeout with 24 seconds to go. Caleb Williams now going to throw it. He gets Mario Williams for 11. 19 seconds to play. Caleb Williams rolls out to the right. He's going to stop. He has Bryant breaking. He just gets the throw off, and he's got Gary Bryant in the end zone for another touchdown. Gary Bryant's second of the game. 36-yard touchdown. SC on top. 23-14. 12 seconds to play. Look at that pass. He just gets it off. He has Gary Bryant. 24-14 after the extra point. That will be the half.
USC leads it.
Oregon State does nothing with their next possession there, so.
Hi everybody, glad to have you with us on the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. He's Davis, Dave Pollock here in the studio as always to lend a little perspective to what just went down in the first 30 minutes. There are a lot of ways to describe that first half, David. I think the best is, let me tell you, these offenses are just putting up video game numbers.
But we talk about it week in and week out, and that seems to be a term that we like to use, and it's just high execution, doing everything that you want to do, just like you sitting there pushing buttons on a control. That's how easy it seemed. It didn't seem like there was 90,000 fans in the crowd. It seemed like it was just you at home, sitting on the couch, chilling, pressing the circle button, using the stiff arm, using the ball hawk. Everything just seemed to go perfectly.
Just about time to start the second half. What do you think Herbstreit's first point of analysis will be?
I don't know, something to do with quarterback play, I'm sure. I always got to hear that stuff all the time. It's all about the quarterbacks.
Brad and Kirk ready for the second half.
And we're back from the half. Oregon State's first possession. Fenwick gets the ball. Gentry's going to meet him in the backfield, and he goes down, loses a yard. Second down, 11 to go. Going to do a end around to Harrison. Harrison gets hit hard by Mekhi Blackman. 3rd and 10. Nolan drops back. Going to do a screen here to Fenwick. Perfectly read by Max Williams. Doesn't get the initial tackle, but he stumbles him enough for the defense to get in there and make the tackle. They go 3 and out on their first possession. 4th and 14. I'm going to get a punt here. Jordan Addison gets it. Going to get 5. Going to get 6. It's about 6 yards on the return. So that's a good field possession in our first possession. Across midfield already. Travis Dye's going to get the handoff. He's going to cut back to the middle. He's going to pick up 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Going to give it to Dye again. Dye is going to get the first down after a gain of 8. Hand off to Austin Jones now. Jones, he goes left. He goes up the middle. He's going to break a few tackles. 18-yard carry for Austin Jones. Next play, hand off to Travis Dye. Hey, the run game's working. Keep going to it. He's going to gain 8. So this possession's been all running so far here for the Trojans. And we see Williams across to Addison. Addison for another touchdown, his 2nd of the game. So we rush the ball all possession. Oregon State thinks we're going to keep running. Instead, Caleb finds Jordan Addison for a 2nd touchdown of the game. Addison is having a huge game here. Probably his best game so far as a Trojan, 31-14. Oregon State's next possession. Going off to Fenwick again. He is their workhorse. He's going to break 1 tackle, but Max Williams gets him 2nd and 9. Nolan again to Fenwick, and Fenwick is going to find another hole. And he's going to stiff arm Kalen Bullock there. Gentry's there for the tackle. 1st and 10. We do a pitch there. Bullock, he had a chance to get him in the backfield. He misses. Instead, Fenwick still gains nothing, but it could have been a loss. Nolan now going to hand off to a different running back, and do blow, and he stiff arms probably. He gains 2. 3rd and 8. Nolan drops back in the shotgun. Looks, buys time. He's going to throw it, and he's going to hit Taiwan Lindsay. He's going to just short on the first down, 4th and inches. It's going to force another Oregon State punt. We see Addison set to return. Addison is going to get not much. He's going to get 8 on that yard, on that return. 1st and 10. Caleb Gehalf to Austin Jones. Jones to the left. He's going to get out of bounds, but he's going to be in 6 yards before he does. Next play, Travis Dye is going to get the handoff now, and he's going to be in 6 yards, picks up the first down. About 3 minutes to play, Caleb Williams drops back. Ooh, Bynum stumbles and is almost picked up by Coletto. Could have been pass interference maybe, but instead, 2nd and 10. Caleb going to keep dropping. He's going to throw to Addison. Addison is going to pick up 5. It's going to be 3rd and 5 here. Caleb's going to drop back. He's going to roll left. He's got a couple guys. So he's going to keep it. He's going to cross the 40. He's going to get about to the 36-yard line or so. Picks up the first down. 1st and 10 with 2.5 to play. Now off to Austin Jones. Jones going to get stood up for a game of 4. 2nd down, 6 to go. Caleb going to give it to Jones again. Jones up the middle. Gets one, carries one, breaks him, stumbles, keeps on going. He gains 15 on that carry. 1st down, 10 to go. Hand off to Dye. Dye's going to get hit in the backfield. He's going to lose 2 yards. 2nd and 12, minute and a half to play. Caleb Williams drops back. He's going to throw it through. Nice play by the defender. Jaden Grant steps in there to pick up the deflection. Caleb drops, scrambles, and he's going to be 64 yards. 31-14 right now. The field goal. We see Alex Stackhouse coming out. Going to make it 34-14. It's just going to be minute to play in the 3rd. Fenwick gets the ball, stumbles, picks up 6. Rough 20 right now. 39 seconds to play in the 3rd. Fenwick can get another carry. He's going to go to the right, and he's going to get tackled. Then he gains 7. Under 30 seconds to play. Nolan drops back, just gets it off. He has a goal for 13. 1st and 10. Champ Nolan, we see Lindsay in motion. They give it to Fenwick. Fenwick is going to, could have got stuck in the backfield. Instead does 4. Picks up 2, and that'll be the 3rd quarter, folks. Head into the 4th, up 20, 34-14.
So at the end of 3, the Trojans lead 34-14.
Going to start in the 4th quarter. First play for Oregon State. Nolan drops back. Hits goal, but Bill drops it. It's going to be 3rd down, 8 to go. Nolan drops back, has all day. Throws it. Oh, could have been picked up by Joshua Jackson, but he drops the ball. That would have been a pick 6. 4th and 8. They're going for it at midfield, and they're going to hand off to Fenwick, and Fenwick's going nowhere. Odd play call choice there. Corey Foreman hits him in the backfield. 2-yard loss, and we starting our first possession in great territory. Caleb, he has Jordan Addison. He burns his man. Can he make it? He will not. He'll go down just shy of the end zone. We see Addison burning his defensive back again. Catches it around the 20. He's going to go down around the 2-yard line. We see a handoff to Travis Dye. No, we don't. Caleb keeps him. Caleb is into the end zone for a 3-yard touchdown run. 40-14, folks. The extra point is going to make it 41-14 as we see Caleb keep it into the end zone again. 7:30 to play. Oregon State with the possession. Noel hits Fenwick. Fenwick is going to pick up first down on the 12-yard reception there. Next play, Nolan drops back. Herzl, for some reason, gets hit and fumbles, and Colin Mobley picks it up for the turnover, and things are just going awful for Oregon State this game. We see the backups in now. Miller Moss can hand off to Darwin Barlow. Barlow's going to get hit in the backfield. He's going to lose a yard there. 2nd and 11. Moss hand off to Barlow again. He sees the hole he was going for, quickly closed, no gain. 3rd and 11. We'll let Miller throw the ball here. He's going to throw it, and he underthrows it, and Austin with another interception. And Kyle Ford brings him down. So Miller Moss's first throw of the game doesn't get much action, but not a good start for him. Oregon State's next possession hits Gold. Gold is going to gain about 7 yards. It's too bad we couldn't make the Oregon State interception, fumble. Hurt him. We immediately gave the ball right back to him, but the game's out of hand. But something that we have to do is make teams pay for that. It's 3rd and 3. He hits Musgrave. Musgrave is going to have a lot of yards. Big gain. He is going to go down at about the 27-yard line here. Nolan drops back. He's got Fenwick underneath. He just sits on the route, and he gains the first down. And more, he's still going. 14 yards on that play. 1st and 10. 14-yard line. Spencer in motion. Big handoff to Fenwick. Nolan throws it, and it's going to be picked off again by Sierra Wright. Nolan, we praised him for being deadly accurate with 1 interception all game. That is his 3rd interception of the game, as we see Moss hand off to Barlow. Barlow's going to gain 4. 2nd and 6. Just under 4.5 to play. Moss is going to throw. Ooh, Taj Washington with the drop. Trying to get Moss a completion here, but the team's not helping him out. We see 3 guys open on the right, and what was that? 3 guys wide open, and Moss just terrible throw. 1st and 10 now. Oregon State takes over after a punt. They have Fenwick on the wheel route, and stood up there by Latrell McCutcheon. 1st and 10, under 4 to play. Nolan, he gets Fenwick again. Fenwick is going to gain 7. 2nd and 3. See Nolan pumps to the right. He's going to throw. He has goal across the middle. He's going to gain 8 yards. That's going to be a 1st down. Nolan going to hand off now to Fenwick, who's had the hole at the middle, bounces left, could have got hit in the backfield, instead picks up 3. 2nd and 7 now. We see the tight end in motion. Nolan's going to drop back. 3-step drop. Hits Lindsey. Ooh, but Lindsey drops it. Would have been the 1st down. Instead it's 3rd and 7. Tight end again in motion. Shaw goes with him. Nolan's going to hand off to Lowe. Lowe throws 1 man down. It's going to be short, 4th and 4. They're going for it. And he has Lindsey, who drags his feet for the 17-yard gain and the 1st down. 1st and goal. 2:15 to play. Nolan drops back. He's going to get sacked by Nomura. Tuasivi Nomura makes it 2nd and goal. Nolan drops back. Bolden, and he drops it himself. 3rd and goal. Roll, scrambles to his right, and he's going to go down again. Another sack. 4th and goal. We're going to bring our DBs back. Anything under's fine. We just can't let him get into the end zone. So, feel safe here. He hits goal. Goal breaks 1 man. He could get in, but no, he's going to get just shy. We're going to take over at about the 4-yard line with 1:21 to go. Austin Jones, he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. 45 to play. Going to hand off to Darwin Barlow. He's going to run into the middle. He's going to break right, and he's got a lot of green in front of him. Darwin Barlow to the 40. Darwin Barlow to the 50. The 40. The 30. The 20. The 10. And Darwin Barlow's taking that 97 yards to the house. Look at that block right there. The cut. Ooh, the safety bit. The extra point will make it 48-14. That will be the game as we look at Darwin Barlow going 97 yards to the house. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the ball game after the extra point we see right here. That is the game, folks. We go into Corvallis, a place that's kind of been a little sacred grounds here for SC, and we come away with the big-time victory as Caleb Williams is the player of the game, 5 total touchdowns. Could have been Addison, but Caleb Williams, player of the game, big SC win.
So there we have it. We have a big victory, 48-14 over the Oregon State Beavers. Let's take a look at the final tallies here for our players. Caleb Williams ended up 17 of 24, 270 and 4 touchdowns, 2 picks, 70% completion rate. Miller Moss didn't do anything over 3 with an interception. Our leading rusher is going to be Darwin Barlow, who had that big 97-yard return, or sorry, 97-yard touchdown run at the end of the game. 4 carries, 100 yards. Other than that, Travis Dye, 16 carries for 68. Austin Jones kind of did the most with his carries, though, 9.1 yard average, 6 carries, 55 yards. Jordan Addison, what a game. What a game for the former Biletnikoff, reigning Biletnikoff winner. 10 catches, 161 yards, 2 touchdowns. Gary Bryant also had 2 touchdowns on the day on 3 catches, so he made the most of them there. So let's go ahead, let's sim the week, let's see where we jump, and let's see if we get any recruits to commit to us. And here we are. We did not get any recruits to commit, but we're in a battle for these three here. We've got a lot of guys ready to visit though, which is good. Let's see how much progress we made. We jumped up to number 3. Let's look at the ESPN polls here. Top 25 polls. What if North Carolina finally lost? And they did. They lost 42 to 34 to NC State. So wow, they lost their big rivals. The college football playoff, we stayed at number 4 though. No gain. Maybe we'll gain some ground this week. I don't know. Ohio State and Michigan State have a bye, so probably not. But we stayed at number 4 in the college football. The coaches poll, we jumped from 5 to 3. In the AP poll, we stayed at 4. So okay, we're moving. We did get a couple first place votes in the AP poll, so that's good. So right now at the playoffs for today, we would face Ohio State, while Florida and Michigan State would battle each other. Alabama just outside the top 4. Michigan, Utah's climbing their way back up. Texas, North Carolina, A&M, NC State, FIU making a run 8-0 at number 12. Oklahoma State at number 13. Purdue coming at 14. Iowa State, Kansas State, Virginia, Florida State, Oklahoma at number 19. 6-2. Ouch. 20 West Virginia, 21 Wisconsin, 22 Boston College jumps into the rankings. Clemson in at 23. Wake Forest jumps in at 24, and Miami down at 25 rounds out the top 25. So let's take a look now at our recruits. A lot want to visit. Maybe we do it all this week. We probably will. Hurd, pretty much a commit at this point. Clinton Walton, pretty much a commit. Where is the visit log? We're going to give all of our points though. Beanie's ready to visit, so guess what? For the big game against UCLA, the big rivalry. Brian Williams is ready to visit. We're going to have him come against Stanford, so we don't want to get the negative points against UCLA. 2 running backs at the same time. Dennis Carter is coming in for Stanford. Chuck Kemp is already... Oh no. Do we have any negative, anything? We'll do Stanford again. So Stanford's going to be our big visit. We have a negative effect here, so I guess we'll schedule him for UCLA. Jeremy Lewis. We'll do Ferd. Brad McKeon is still behind. Maybe we'll give some more points to Brad McKeon since these other guys seem to kind of be locked up here. Close with Carter. Got a big lead on him, so we'll give these points to McKeon and we'll give 200 for Williams here. So that is this episode. We face Cal next week, who is struggling. 2-7. They got a lot of injuries here. Left guard, starting cornerback, and I don't know if they started on. Left guard, cornerback, and right guard are out for them. Lost to NU. They shut out FCS West. They suspected got blown out by number 1 Ohio State. Lost to Oregon. Lost in overtime to Washington State. Beat UCLA. That was a big upset. Lost to Oregon State by double up 21 points that we just blew out. We lost at Washington. Lost overtime in Arizona. So they're on a little losing streak here. And outside, if they lost this one too, it would have been a 7-game losing streak. But right now they're on a 3-game losing streak. And now they come into the Coliseum. Look at Plumbers, their leading quarterback, 28 yardage, 18 touchdowns to 12 picks. You kind of want to see more disparity there, but Moore, the leading rushers, 650 yards, and Starling, their leading receiver, 376 with 5 touchdowns. Jackson Sermon, the transfer, has 23 tackles to lead the way. Got to keep an eye out for Woody the third with 3 picks, and Ika Hihifu with 3 sacks on his own. Caleb, 2140, 29 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. We got to get those interceptions down. He's kind of had a string lately of 3 bad games with those picks. Dyer's their leading rusher, Jordan Addison's their leading receiver. Shane Lee tackles, Jackson picks 2 double-digit sacks. He reaches 10. And before we end this episode, let's just look at the Heisman. Caleb should not probably be in there. He's dropped significantly, I imagine. Oops, that's conference standings. Those last couple of games rocked him. Yeah. Brennan Armstrong is the leading vote getter for the Heisman right now, or the favorite, followed by C.J. Stroud, Blake Corum, Deuce Vaughn, and then Mayan Williams. So that'll be it for this episode. If you guys could like and subscribe, follow, leave a comment, I would appreciate it. Still trying to learn this video editing. It would help the algorithm, help me get some views. I appreciate it. I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/MYK13. Feel free to stop by, drop a follow, hang out, and that'll be it. Fight on. Until the next episode.